Shout of victory. By faith the walls of Jericho fell down, after they were compasses about 7 days. Hebrews 11 verse 30. When we read the book of Joshua, we may not clearly understand how the walls of Jericho fell down. It was not because of men who walked in front holding their weapons, or because of the priests who carried the ark and blew the trumpets, or because they walked 7 days around the walls, or even because they finally shouted. The reason is mentioned here: by faith the walls of Jericho fell down. If they did not have faith, they wouldn't have gone round the walls or shouted. They did all these things by faith, and God gave them the victory. The weapon that the Lord gave them to conquer the walls of Jericho was the weapon of faith. Against it there is no weapon in the world or in the underworld. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. 2 Cor 10:4. In these days too we need that mighty faith to pull down the strongholds of the enemy. When the Lord wants to do mighty things in the land, the devil may raise up Jericho walls to frighten and threaten God's people. We should not be shaken by the devices of the enemy. We should by faith sound the note of victory. Canaan is only for such people. Remember, they walked around the walls of Jericho for 6 days with seeing even a scratch appear on those huge walls. And on the 7th day, they walked 7 times, about 35 miles in all. By that time they might have been extremely exhausted. Perhaps they did not have any strength left to shout. If they hadn't had faith, doubt would have mounted in them, and they would have thought, all these 7 days of walking so many times did not even make a scratch on the walls. Now, when we are physically weak, how can our shouting have any impact on them? Their faith overcame all barriers. Dear child of God, the Lord has given us the land. Let us see it by faith and shout the victory. The Lord will do great things in those who believe. He will do great things through them.